In the red corner, 235 pounds from parts unknown, the Red D-Man. D-Man. His partner, 231 pounds from Thibodaux, Louisiana, Frogman LeBlanc. With a combined weight of 487 pounds from Muleshoe, Texas, the Texas Knights.
Richard Condon with the introduction of our grapplers in our opening bout here on 5-Star Wrestling. And it should be an interesting matchup. We've got the Red Demon and his tag partner, Frogman LeBlanc. They go up against the team, the Texas Knights, out of Muleshoe, Texas. Jack Howell, the referee. And we are about set for our opening match. Gary Killshaw handling the chores of ringing the bell, and this one is underway. Good arm drag takedown by one of the Knights. And again, working on LeBlanc. And that sends both LeBlanc and the Demon out of the ring. So the Texas Knights open up with some good movement on their part, sending their competition out of the ring. Tag team action here on 5-Star Wrestling. And an outstanding card. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we've got General Skandar Akbar and the Beast out of Devastation Incorporated as the Knights make the tag. And a beautiful flying drop kick with the cover and a 2 count with the Demon kicking out. Again, an arm drag takedown by the Knight as they continue to apply the pressure. Texas Knights have controlled this match since the opening of the bell. Demon backing his opponent into the corner, but the tag made. And the Knight coming off the ropes, applying the pressure again on that arm. Arm turning red already. Demon from parts unknown. Frogman LeBlanc, 235-pounder out of Thibodaux, Louisiana, his tag partner. But again, the Knights continue to apply the pressure and control the match. Now the Red Demon trying to get things his way. And a flying cross-body tackle, but the Demon kicks out. Demon with the hair pull, getting the tag with LeBlanc. One of the Knights in trouble. LeBlanc with those chops across the upper part of the chest. Oh, and a devastating clothesline. Puts the Knight on his back. Does manage the kick out, however. LeBlanc picking up the tempo for his team. Side headlock. Also on tonight's card, we will get a chance to hear from the Junkyard Dog. He will be at ringside. commenting about the troubles he has had with Nature Boy Buddy Landell. So that promises to be interesting as well. Tag made. Red Demon checking in for his squad. Demon continuing to apply the pressure. Demon with the chin lock on the Texas Knight. Crowd starting to get behind the Knights. Demon with the forearm to the side of the kidney and the rib area, slowing the momentum down of the Texas Knight. Tag again made with LeBlanc coming in. Monkey flip out of the corner, and LeBlanc now with the chin lock. Team of LeBlanc and the Red Demon now double teaming the Texas Knight. Demon back on the ropes. Good move by the Texas Knight. Gets the arm hook. And only a 1 count. Collision in the center of the ring, and both the Knight and the Demon are on their back. Demon trying to get to his feet. However, to no avail. Now the Texas Knight up on one knee. Demon, however, to the corner, and the Knight both get the tag. The Knight with a close on. Now flying drop kicks. Now all 4 into the ring. All 4 grapplers in the ring. And the Texas Knights run the Demon and LeBlanc into one another. Oh, beautiful sunset flip off the ropes. And we've got the 3 count. Texas Knights get the victory. Recently, an outstanding match took place featuring Black Olympia and the Headhunter from Maui. Let's get an action report on that particular match from Nick Nolte.
Right now they have Black Olympia in trouble in their own corner. Headhunter number 2 off the rope, going to the back. The Headhunters are a team to be reckoned with here in the 5-star wrestling area. I don't care if you're the Fantastics. I don't care if you're the Junkyard Dog, Mike George, Sam Houston. If you're in a matchup, now here comes Mark Woods to the rescue of his partner. Rick Proctor trying to put Mark Woods out, and that gives the Headhunters an opportunity to double team Black Olympia. Now Black Olympia trying to make his way out of the corner. Headhunter number 1 reaches behind Black Olympia and rakes the eyes. Big swing and a miss on a chop. Black Olympia from behind hooks the leg, goes for a roll-up, and Headhunter number 2 in the ropes. May have been a mistake on the part of Black Olympia. Had a chance to make the tag, did not do so. Oh, Black Olympia ducks the quickness of the Headhunters. These Headhunters are good athletes. Not only they possess size and strength, but they possess very good agility and quickness for men their size. And yes, they are vicious, as you can tell by the way they stomp away at the back of Black Olympia. Now, Headhunter number 1 digging into the trapezius muscles, double trapezius nerve hold on Black Olympia. As, again, the Headhunters, I think their intelligence are somewhat underestimated. Look at the way that they've controlled this match, and they've controlled Black Olympia. Now again, here comes Mark Woods to argue with referee Rick Proctor. This may be a mistake. Now, Headhunter number 1 back into the corner. There's the tag to Headhunter number 2. Short right chop into the chin. Black Olympia trying to fight back. Kick to the midsection. Forearm to the back. Puts Headhunter number 2 into the corner. There's the tag to Mark Woods. Mark Woods coming in. He's the fresh man. He has a chance to turn this match around a little bit. Oh, misses with the elbow. Headhunter number 2 on his feet very quickly. Chop to the head. Takes Woods into the ropes. Both men off the ropes. Flying clothesline by Headhunter number 2. There's the tag to Headhunter number 1. If you will draw a diagonal line between the 2 neutral corners, the key to tag team wrestling is the team that can keep their legal opponent in their side of the ring. And thus far, the Headhunters have done a very good job of that. And Mark Woods being set, snap suplex by Headhunter number 1. Mark Woods in trouble. The Headhunters have been very methodical in their style. And they have not made very many mistakes in this match. Again, for a Savage team, they do show good ring intelligence. They're very methodical in their attack, very measured in their movements, do not make very many errors. Headhunter number 2 now tagged back in the ring. But they do have a vicious streak. Make no mistake about that. These aren't chess players. Mark Woods in big trouble now. Mark Woods now in the same situation Black Olympia was a few moments ago. And let's get to the corner to tag Black Olympia. The more experience of this team is trying to help Mark Woods out. Yelling instructions from the corner. Yelling advice and encouragement. Definitely the captain of the team. Headhunter number 2 takes a swipe at Black Olympia. Black Olympia coming into the ring. And that gives Headhunter number 1 the opportunity to choke Mark Woods with the ring rope. Headhunter number 2 helps that situation, so to speak, by chopping away. And of course, they have all the skullduggery done before referee Rick Proctor can turn his back. Headhunters thoroughly in control here. Mark Woods leveled with a double clothesline. But Mark Woods, very game young competitor, still trying to work his way back up to his feet. Headbutt by Headhunter number 1. The cover. 1, 2. Mark Woods will not quit. You're going to have to beat Mark Woods. He's not going to quit. Now Headhunter number 1 comes straight up. Oh, fall away, standing fireman's carry. They bring Mark Woods up. Crotch hold, lift, body slam. There's the tag to Headhunter number 2. Headhunter number 2 mounting the rope for the top rope. Oh, diving headbutt. Oh, goodness. Mark Woods lights are out. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, Mark Woods. A game effort. But Headhunter number 2, who's in the 265-pound range, comes off with that diving headbutt. Mark Woods is just, I mean, he's almost knocked unconscious. And now Black Olympia is being thrown outside the ring. And the Headhunters are going to emerge victorious. Let's look at this again. Headhunter number 2 almost loses his balance, but he connects completely with that diving headbutt. And good night.
Attention Jennings, Welch, Benton, Kinder, Elton, Oberlin, Lake Arthur, DeQuincy, Cameron, Hackberry, and all areas.
5-Star Wrestling will be coming to Lake Charles, Louisiana on Saturday, May 26th at the beautiful Civic Center by the lake. And in a pre-recorded interview, Johnny Mantel and the hanging judge had these comments.
You know, Lake Charles, last time you had the privilege of seeing a Mantel there. You actually got to see both of us. My brother Kenny and I walked in there proud as we could be and kicked, I think, a pair of Orndorff's butts. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. We just beat them real good. Listen here, Sam Houston. I got a message for you, boy, and it's called The Judge. The judge is in town. Hear ye, the judge is here. Because the verdict's in, pal, and you're found guilty. You've been found guilty on the trial bench of the Mantel jurisdiction. You know what I mean, boy? It's hard to say because I'm so upset. I want to jump you right now, but I can't crawl through that camera. And I'll tell you something else, Channel 7 in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Next time I come out here to do an interview, I want you to get Brent Musburger down here. He's unemployed now, huh?
Johnny Mantel and the hanging judge coming to Lake Charles, Louisiana. And I know that Sam Houston is anxiously awaiting that particular match.
You know, Saturday on May 26th, 5-Star Wrestling is coming to Lake Charles, Louisiana. And nothing's going to make me happier than to seeing one cowboy, Johnny Mantel, there. Now, cowboy, you said you got a judge you brought into town called the hanging judge, and he's got a hangman noose with him. Well, I hope he don't get no ideas about that noose. I know what it feels like. I got your message from Orton. Now, me and Orton got some unfinished business to take care of. But before I do that, I'm going to take care of you, Mr. Mantel. See, you crossed me, and now it's my turn to cross you back. See, 13 just happens to be my lucky number, and you got 13 rings and a hangman noose. I kind of like those odds. I kind of like that hand. So, Mr. Mantel, I'll tell you what. Why don't you bring your best down to Lake Charles? Bring your judge down there. Bring Ace, Bob Orton. Bring them all. Bring Devastation. Bring Landell. Bring everybody you want to bring, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm hot. I'm mad, and I'm fired up. And when people like me and the Junkyard Dog get mad and fired up, Mike George, Mr. Olympia, well, we're going to do some damage. And in Lake Charles on May 26th, we're going to take care of business.
Don't miss the action. As Sam Houston said, it's coming to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Now back to the ring and more 5-star action.
About this match, I want to talk about somebody really great like the Fantastics. You know, we proved to the people for the past 5 or 6 years, and yes, Tommy Rogers does approve, and he has sent his consent, and he has told us to do whatever it takes to prove that the Fantastics are a #1 team at professional wrestling.
100-pound drop kick by Terry Gordy. 1, 2, and Mr. Olympia, the wily veteran, one of the greatest masked stars in the entire sport, still has the presence of mind to drape his foot over the bottom rope. Bobby, a lot of stars would have been finished about 3 minutes ago.
You're right, but I like to still see Junkyard Dog and Terry Bam Bam Gordy in the ring. Like I'd like to see those Rock and Roll Express in the ring with the Fantastics if they weren't so scared to meet us in the squared circle.
Another cover by Gordy, and Mr. Olympia again barely gets out. Bobby, the Rock and Roll Express say they have an open contract.
That's a dirty word, the Rock and Roll Express.
Excuse me, Bobby, here comes the pile driver. If he gets this match is over. Terry Gordy.
He's got him up.
He pile drives. Nobody kicked out of Terry Gordy's pile driver. What? And a backdrop by Mr. Olympia. What a tremendous effort by Mr. Olympia to block the pile driver and backdrop Terry Bam Bam Gordy. And Gordy, relentless in his attack, still pounds away at Mr. Olympia. The cover again. 1, 2. Bobby,
he's got a lot of fight. He's got a lot of fire. He's got a lot of heart.
How frustrating is this must be for Terry Gordy? He has thrown everything except the kitchen sink at Mr. Olympia, and Mr. Olympia still will kick out. Snap suplex now by Bam Bam.
You know, I could feel that suplex clear over here where we're sitting at, but right here, he's got him. I think it's over. Again, I can't believe this.
Boy, Terry Bam Bam Gordy at this point must be thinking, what do I have to do to beat Mr. Olympia? Now Terry Bam Bam Gordy climbing the ropes. Olympia is out. Olympia wanted to slam him off the top rope, but Gordy is pounding away with shots to the head. Olympia still wading in. Watch one. Now Terry Gordy, being launched by Mr. Olympia off the top rope. This crowd comes to its feet. Mr. Olympia's first chance of the night to mount an offense. Mr. Olympia beats Bam Bam Gordy to the mat. Now Mr. Olympia starting to get his rhythm. Gordy stops the rhythm quickly though with a kick to the midsection.
Even though Terry Gordy's only about 27. Oh, no, here he goes again. Look at him pull his hair. He's pulling Terry Gordy's hair.
Well, both men are definitely bending the rules. And there's a blatant break of the rules by Bam Bam Gordy as he goes into the eyes of the masked
That
man.
was a fly on the TV screen. He wasn't reaching up, poking him in the eyes.
Bam Bam Gordy now has Mr. Olympia cornered. But Mr. Olympia fights out of the corner. Mr. Olympia to the rope. Went straight into the side, 13 boots. The cover, 1, 2. He's got his feet up on the ropes and gets a 3. There was no doubt about that one, Bob. He had his feet on the ropes as he scores the 3 on the full time.
He had to put his feet up on the ropes. Every time he's been putting Mr. Olympia down, Mr. Olympia's been pulling his trunks to kick him off.
But, Bobby, that's not legal. Let's take another look at this,
That depends on who you're talking to.
All right, well, I'm talking to you. How do you justify this being legal? I want to hear Bobby Fulton's replay.
Right
You do
here
the
it is.
replay.
Here it is. There he went. Mr. Olympia tried to poke him in the eyes, but Terry Gordy stopped him when he tried to do that. Now this is where he's a crafty veteran, an international star. See, he didn't put his feet up on the ropes.
Well, there he goes. There's the camera angle. The feet are on the rope.
No.
Weighing in at 236 pounds from Waycross, Georgia, Snake Watson. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 229 pounds from Waco, Texas, Sam Houston.
Well, as you can tell, Sam Houston is in the ring, and he's got a few words for the gentleman that is sitting with me here at ringside, and that is none other than Johnny Mantel.
You know, he's a typical young kind of guy. He wants to rush me into the ring. You know, I've just come back tonight. I'm feeling awful good. I would step in here and wrestle the young man right now, but I think he's got all he needs to handle in the snake on the other side of the ring, if you want my opinion.
Johnny Mantel, of course, a very seasoned professional wrestler. And Sam Houston, of course, a newcomer to the sport. Actually, he's been in it for a few years, but not nearly as long as Mantel, and they've got a running feud going. Everyone knows that.
See, already he wants to use the fist. The name on the wrestling marquee outside is wrestling. Very inexperienced move right there by Sam Houston. Arguing to me rather than worrying about his opponent in the ring.
And a beautiful hip toss. Sam Houston hooking the arm and taking Stubbs off his feet. Mr. Olympia in early trouble. I'm sorry, Snake Watson.
Snake Watson's that.
Snake Watson, the
Me
opposition.
on the outside of the ring like this isn't going to help his condition at all in this match. He needs to stay right on this guy to get a victory so that he can come back and face the likes of Johnny Mantel.
Watson now with Houston backed into the corner, whips him across the ring, and Houston moving out of the way with Watson crashing into that turnbuckle. Atomic drop by Watson, and a beautiful forearm right across the upper part of the chest. That clothesline devastating.
Yeah. Hey, you got to give the kid credit when credit's due. Nice clothesline, but he's got to quit the showboating in my book.
Again, Houston with a good move. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin, gets a 2 count out of it.
Too lazy on that pin there. He needs to be covering with his toes up in the air.
Houston can't keep his attention really focused in the square circle, Johnny.
He really does. You know, that's one thing a young guy really has a hard time learning. When you step into that squared circle, it doesn't matter who you're in there with. You need to stay right on your opponent. And I'm sure by watching me wrestle, you know that's exactly what I do. This stuff of him turning his back and taunting somebody else at ringside won't work with a veteran like myself.
And we've got an exciting match coming up with the Beast. presented by, of course, General Skandar Akbar, next out of Devastation Incorporated. But first things first here.
First things first. You know, 5-Star Wrestling's bringing the best wrestling action available today in the world throughout the whole 5-star viewing audience. They're getting an opportunity to see top, conditioned, fine athletes in the ring night after night.
Sam Houston again with the side headlock, applying that pressure and holding on.
Again, if you watch him, his eyes are glancing over here at me. He needs to keep an eye on this snake right here. Good knee to the belly. A good knee to the belly right there.
Snake Watson now trying to get the momentum back. It's obvious.
That's when experience shows out here. You got to stay on your man. Sam's trying to fight back, but just not getting the job done. He'd have to hit me with more of those elbows like that to keep me from coming on him.
Sam Houston getting the upper hand once again. Johnny Mantel joining us here at ringside. And, of course, there's no surprise to anyone that they have that running feud. Mantel, there's the Bulldog by Sam Houston. Oh, he said that was for you.
Yeah, he may think so. But as you can see, he has an athlete in the ring right now, not near the caliber of a Johnny Mantel. Hey, Punk, in all due time, huh? In all due time. You'll get yours. You're going to get yours, buddy, in due time. You know, I want to tell you, it's a pleasure sitting out here at ringside with you, getting the opportunity to watch these guys up close. Houston appears right now to be very upset. He doesn't want any of me right now.
Here's again the replay in the Bulldog by Sam Houston that got him the decision over Snake Watson. And right now, Sam Houston is issuing a challenge to Johnny Mantel.
You guys go home, get a good night's rest before you want anything. Take that funky cowboy hat home with you.
Mantel right now saying it's best that he go home and forget about trying to challenge him.
You best pay attention to who you're wrestling, not me all the time. Next time we meet, buddy. Why don't you come on in? Due time, partner. In due time. In due time. In due time.
Charlie says for the
Saturday, May 26th at the Civic Center by the lake. Come early, have a picnic, and get ready for outstanding 5-star wrestling action in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Don't miss the action, and you'll get a chance to see the General, Skandar Akbar, bring in Devastation Incorporated.
What can I say, Lake Charles? You remember the General very, very well, and I certainly remember Lake Charles. Many memorable evenings in that city. Well, Devastation is changing of the guards once again, with Nature Boy Buddy Landell, Kamala the Ugandan Giant, the Beast. The list goes on and on. Of course, you've got the legendary Junkyard Dog. You've got Mike George, Black Olympia, Rockin' Robin, and Sam Houston, just to name just a very few, because 5-star wrestling is where it's all happening in this country. Otherwise, Devastation wouldn't be here. Now, buddy, you know when you're taken care of, you know when those trips to the bank become frequent. I want you to tell everybody, so you listen and listen good in Lake Charles, because we're coming.
Let's break these words down. Devastation Incorporated. Let's emphasize on the underline here, devastation. That means tornado. That means earthquake. That means hailstorm. That means something horrible that's going to happen. Devastation. Now, let's hit on the underlying word incorporated. Incorporated means unless you're in, you're out. You got it? And only a few chosen people get to be in Devastation Incorporated. Oh, these guys like the Junkyard Dog get up here, and I'm not knocking them. They're great athletes, or they wouldn't be associated with 5-star wrestling. But the bottom line is this.
You work your whole career to make a name for yourself, and these guys like the Junkyard Dog, they get up here and they talk to you people, and they're trying to convince themselves that they're as good as they are. Mike George gets up here, he tries to convince himself that he's good, and he is good. Don't get me wrong, but they're no Buddy Landell. They're no Beast. They're no Skandar Akbar. They're no Kamala. And they're no Devastation Incorporated. The bottom line, May the 26th, you've nothing happened in Lake Charles. We're going to put you on the map.
Don't miss the action at the Civic Center by the lake. Now back to the ring and more five-star wrestling action.
In the blue corner, tipping the scales at 233 pounds from the Delta in Mississippi, Mark Sutton.
Mandel, man.
Sutton.
Landell.
Going against in the red corner, weighing in at 260 pounds, Borneo, the Beast.
General Skandar Akbar again with the Beast. Devastation Incorporated. Joining me here at ringside is the Junkyard Dog to watch this particular action, and I would imagine, JYD, you will be watching this with a lot of anticipation because Devastation Incorporated, I know, is foremost in your mind.
Well, you know, Skandar Akbar always got good talent in the stable, and this Beast is one of his new additions to the organization. But right now, my most concern is to keep my eye on the new tax that Skandar Akbar let his men take over at, and also keep my eye on old Master Buddy Landell.
This Beast is very, very tenacious and applies the pressure, and he keeps the pressure on.
Right now, you can tell the Beast is no newcomer to this ring. He's been around a while, and the guy like him to take care of himself pretty good now. But you got to give Akbar credit. Akbar is no fool himself, so he know good talent what he said.
Absolutely. He's been in the wrestling profession for a number of years.
For many years, and I've always been throwing him outside. But like I said time and time again, you know, this guy always, he know good talent when he said. And he got a good stable right now.
And I know yourself with Mike George, always looking forward to taking on good competition like this.
There you go.
JYD, we want all of our fans to stay with us because, of course, everyone knows that you have a running feud, more or less, with some of the opposition here at five-star competition, and a match with Buddy Landell we're going to take a look at in a few minutes. And I know you're anxiously waiting to see that particular match, and because your eyes are really focused on Landell at this time.
They're ready to smoke my eyes. My whole body, mind, and soul focus right now on Buddy Landell and also Skandar Akbar. So yeah, I'm ready to look at that film, son.
Beast continues to apply the pressure on his opponent, Mark Sutton, getting instructions, of course, from General Skandar Akbar on the outside of the ring. Beast seems to be typical Skandar Akbar material.
Oh yeah, he seemed like he's a great weapon. He's a good asset for Skandar Akbar. And it seemed like he was a very intelligent type wrestler, so like I said time and time again, that Akbar do know what he has in the stable, and it seems as though the Beast is a good piece of talent, man. You know, something I don't agree with all the tactics that he used, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get a job done.
Jack Howe trying to do his best to keep things more or less on an even keel. Is the Beast choking Mark Sutton and dipping down into the record book, more or less, if you will, and trying to use any particular tactic that he can.
He's more or less right now using this straight-out backstreet bar brawl type stuff, but it's working for him.
Beautiful move as far as the Beast is concerned, and this might be it. And it is. Beast gets the 3 count. Devastation Incorporated once again victorious. Stay with me just for a couple of more minutes, if you will, and I want to see this particular match with Buddy Landell featured.
All right.
Here's Mark Nolte with the call.
Now Landell coming off the rope. Now Landell going to take his line move a little bit. Maybe some agility. Now, if Nature Boy, I cannot believe Nature Boy Buddy Landell really thought he was going to pin the Junkyard Dog with a cover that cocky. The mustard just fell off the hot dog. As Nature Boy Buddy Landell is really his first opportunity to beat the Junkyard Dog. And he tried to cover him very cocky, very nonchalantly. Even though the Junkyard Dog's in trouble, Nature Boy Buddy Landell, as much as anybody, ought to be familiar with the power this man possesses. Ought to be familiar with the heart of the Junkyard Dog. If even Nature Boy Buddy Landell beats him, there's no way the Junkyard Dog will let himself be embarrassed. And now, Landell wishing that he had been a little bit more serious on the cover. As the Junkyard Dog just slams him 10 feet off into the air and onto the mat. Again, Landell going into the eyes. The dog overpowers him, reverses the whip. The dog from behind, 1, 2, and none. I don't think he got him. I think he got the shoulders in a 1 count. Did he get the 3? Calling for the bell. And that's Skandar Akbar in the ring. Landell's got the fighting crop. Even though the match is over, he did get the 3. And now Nature Boy Buddy Landell and General Skandar Akbar. Even though the match is over, pounding on the dog.
JYD, you just saw that particular match. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, Landell always, it's all not only Landell. You have to go back to Skandar Akbar. Akbar been around a lot. And I should have known deep down inside that when Landell claimed that he was hurt, I should have known something was up there. But like you said, sometimes everybody be an all-day sucker sometime, but you can't be it all the time. So he got by with one this time, and I'll have to keep my eyes open. Maybe I'm sleeping a little bit on my job. You know what I mean?
But no, the fans are anxiously looking forward to seeing you in action, and all the JYD, more or less the people that support you and gnaw on that bone, as you say.
Oh, you know, I've been supported here for years, man, and I'm looking forward to having them all over again. I know I got a few things I got to tighten up on to get myself back in tip-top shape like I used to be, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but with the help along with a guy like Buddy Landell, chase him up and down the road along with Skandar Akbar, everything's going to work out.
Thank you for joining us, JYD.
Thank you very much.
Let's go to this timeout, and we'll be back with more action, so just stay with us. Lake Charles, Louisiana, get ready for outstanding 5-star wrestling action. It's coming, and it will be on May the 26th. That's at the Civic Center by the lake. And now in a pre-recorded interview, let's hear from Olympia, Mike George, and Junkyard Dog.
You know, there's a funny thing, Dog, George. These guys getting up here screaming and hollering, talking about how good they are and how bad they are. And I know you guys feel the same way that I do. We're not bad, but just bad enough to keep you jive turkeys from beating us up. Now, let me tell you something. We're nothing to play with. If you want something to play with, go to a toy store and get you a little boat and you wind it up and watch it run across the water. Get you a little car and wind it up and watch it go against the wall and turn flips. You can't do that with us, brother. Pack your lunch and be there ready to fight. We will.
You know, I like the way they get out here and say they don't like towns. They don't like Lake Charles. Well, it's fine. You don't have to go there. Just tell Akbar you don't want to be there. You already booked someplace else. But I'll tell you what, Junkyard Dog, myself, and Mr. Olympia will be there, and we're going to do what we have to when we step in that ring. Hey, we're not afraid to tell people we're good. We're the best there is, so you remember that.
Well, you know, Mike, I've been around this part of the country for some years now, and my tracks have been laid all across this place, and my bones have been dug in a lot of people's backyard, and now I'm going to re-dig them up. So, Buddy Landell, come on down to Lake Charles on May the 26th. Don't come like a cabbage. all head and no rear. You're going to have to bring something to get something, and I got a whole lot to be gotten. You know, I had another friend of mine to lose his reputation right here in this great city of Lake Charles. Don't you do the same?
Don't forget, wrestling fans, that's an outstanding card scheduled for Saturday, May 26th at Lake Charles, Louisiana, and the Civic Center by the lake. And the outstanding, and I might add, the very beautiful Rockin' Robin, Ladies World's Champion, will be on that card.
Thank you. You're pretty sharp yourself there. You know, I think a lot of people out there remember the last time I was in Lake Charles. I was standing in the ring, and I was trying to tell everybody what happened. My opponent never showed up. But I got jumped from behind from someone that I never knew was coming. You know, the reason I'm coming back to Lake Charles is I got a lot to show these people, and I think they know it. But also I got something to say about some people shooting their mouths off here in five-star wrestling. You got the General, you got Buddy Landell, and you got this Beast. You know, I think the General kind of had something in mind, you know, like Beauty and the Beast. Well, he got the Beast, but the beauty part, kind of, you know, he's messed up there somewhere, you know. Buddy, matter of fact, give me a call. You know, just call me up. Maybe I can give you some hair care tips on that peroxide you use on your head, you know?
Outstanding wrestling action again for Lake Charles, Louisiana on Saturday, May 26th. Don't forget, see us right here every week on KPLC. Now back to the ring and more action. Hello, wrestling fans. I'm Johnny Cascio, inviting you to be a part of five-star wrestling action at its very, very best. We invite all civic organizations, non-profit organizations, and schools to try and raise money for your particular group. All you have to do is call Five-Star Wrestling at the number you see at the bottom of your screen, and someone will be more than happy to get in touch and line up an outstanding wrestling card for your particular group, as we stated.
What a tremendous wrestling display Jackie Fulton has shown in his stints in as the newest member of the Fantastics. Bobby Fulton will tell you that Jackie Fulton is the best athlete in the Fulton family. Bobby is very excited about the opportunity to team with his brother. Says that Jackie brings some athletic gifts to the ring that is going to add some new moves and some to the repertoire of the Fantastics. And there's been a lot of pressure on Jackie Fulton. Of course, the Fantastics, one of the most successful tag teams of all time. Former world-class tag team champions, two-time United States tag team champions, Mid-South tag team champions, Universal Wrestling Federation tag team champions. And Jackie Fulton, who has been in the ring just a little bit over a year, is stepping in with the spotlight, with all the pressure of having to maintain the reputation of the Fantastics. Japanese armbar now by Jackie Fulton. And thus far, it's been the Fantastics with the edge as far as teamwork and timing and just beating the Lords of the Ring to the punch. You know, a lot of athletes would have wilted under the pressure that Jackie Fulton was pressed upon. He doesn't have a lot of seasoning or a lot of experience. He's had a lot of people coming into the ring picking on him, knowing he does not have the experience of his brother Bobby. And every time he has answered the call, every time he has come up with a big match and the big match opportunities, and this is a big match for the Fantastics. The Lords of the Ring claiming they are going to be the team of the 90s. They are going to be the team that rule the five-star wrestling rings, not the Fantastics. I mean, this is not a title match, but the Fantastics' reputation is so great, that is almost a title of themselves. And a win here by the Lords of the Ring will damage that title. That's a figure four leg scissors on the left leg of the Lord of the Rings. It's not quite figure four leg scissors. It's not like a figure four leg lock, as both legs are not being applied into the hole, but instead is a figure four leg scissors. There's the tag to Jackie Fulton. And Jackie Fulton applies the same hold. No, not the step over toe hold. He can drop that into, and look at the beautiful teamwork of the Fantastics. Tagging in and out. Both men staying fresh. Rick has been in the ring quite a while. Now he'll make the tag to Speedy. And there they go, right back on the left leg. And Bobby Fulton has the legs separated now. Stretching the hamstrings of Speedy, the Lord of the Ring. Oh! Goes into an Indian Deathlock. This might be a submission. Indian Deathlock, this might be a submission. If Rick reaches up, he can tag, or if Speedy reaches up, he can tag Rick. I don't know if he knows where he is. Right now, he's in a lot of pain. There he makes the tag. Bobby Fulton. Tell you what, that takes some quickness right there. It's a little bit difficult to be able to release that Indian Deathlock and come up as quickly as Bobby Fulton needed to keep Rick of the Lord of the Rings from making that move. Back leg trip by Bobby Fulton. Canadian flip kick to get out of the move by Rick of the Lord of the Rings. Bobby Fulton, again, notice the way he takes the corner away, moves the match into their half of the ring. Draw a neutral line, a diagonal line between the neutral corners. The Fantastics want to wrestle on the side of the ring. Now, going downstairs, trying to cut off the quickness of the Lords of the Ring, using Indian Deathlocks, figure 4 leg scissors, and step over toe holds. Now Rick taken into the corner. Flying head scissors by Jackie Fulton. Fine athletic ability by Jackie Fulton. This man can be one of the best flying. Oh! Rick caught him. Jackie Fulton went for the flying head scissors, and Rick caught him with a reverse slam. Rick quickly went in for the cover. Jackie Fulton gets out from underneath. Here comes Speedy. Double elbow on the rebound. Speedy with the cover. 1, 2. Jackie Fulton out from underneath. The crowd here in the Baker Municipal Auditorium, clearly on the side of the Fantastics. Bear hug by Speedy of the Lord of the Rings. The crowd behind the Fantastics, trying to encourage Jackie Fulton. Now here comes Rick. Now it's the Lords of the Ring that have the advantage. The Lords of the Ring that have Jackie Fulton trapped in the wrong corner. Reverse chinlong by Jackie Fulton. Bobby Fulton imploring his brother to come over and make the tag. The crowd chanting, "Go, Jackie, go!" Jackie Fulton needs to make the tag. Trying to power to the reverse chinlock. Rick goes for the clothesline, misses. Jackie Fulton flying cross body. Rick kicks out. Now Jackie going for the corner. Can't get there. Rick goes into the eyes to keep him from making the tag. Flying mare. There's the tag to Speedy. Devil sledgehammer blow to the chest by Speedy as he comes into the ring. The Lords of the Ring trying to come up with the move that'll finish off Jackie Fulton. Flying for him. The cover. 1, 2. Again, Jackie Fulton kicks out. Jackie Fulton into the ropes. Speedy ducks, or another time he ducks, puts the shoulder into the rib cage and applies a bear hug. Trying to get the submission on Jackie Fulton. Jackie Fulton pounding away. Speedy tags Rick. Speedy blocks the tag attempt by Jackie Fulton. Rick of the Lords of the Ring comes into the ring.
Outstanding 5-star wrestling action again this week, and we certainly hope that you enjoyed it, and we certainly hope that you will join us again next week. Same time and the same station, and remember, when the action is in your area, please get out and see the matches live. It's always entertaining, it's always exciting, and it promises to be fun for the entire family. Next week here on 5-Star Wrestling, we'll get a chance to take a look at the Black Olympia. Also, Mike George will be here. Johnny Mantel and the Hanging Judge are also on next week's card, as are the Texas Knights. And Rockin' Robin will go up against Shirley Black. So it's outstanding 5-star wrestling action right here next week. We invite you to join us. I'm Johnny Cassio. Until then, have a very pleasant, safe week.